Tuesday, and welcome to another segment of Everyday Enlightenment. And today I want to talk about how to receive intuitive guidance, because I think the next 6 weeks are going to be intense and interesting. And I think that the more that you're able to stay in connection with your internal navigational system, the easier it's going to be to flow with those external challenges, those external changes, and those triggers that may come your way without you sort of losing yourself, losing your inner peace, losing your shit, basically, and losing your sovereignty. So I thought this would be important to talk about today, about receiving intuitive guidance today, because we are in such a highly charged time right now. I'm in the US, and this week we are celebrating Thanksgiving, which is sort of the first holiday that sort of kicks off like the real holiday season here. Historically, this is a really popular time for gatherings and gratitude and things like that. But I know because of the situation that we're in, a lot of people probably will not be gathering for Thanksgiving, and some people might be having challenges with feeling gratitude right now. So, the holidays can be stressful for a lot of people anyway, but there's that happening. And wherever you stand on this virus situation, that's like a thing too, that maybe is causing you more stress or feelings of disempowerment. The US presidential election is still playing out, so that energy is still there. And there's a lot of astrological things coming up. We've got a full moon coming up, we've got a lunar eclipse, and a very powerful winter solstice in less than a month. So highly charged, yeah, that might be a good way to explain it. But I want to say that the most, it's important to listen to your intuitive guidance, because the more adept you are at creating peace and solace inside, the easier it's going to be to create and be peace and reflect peace outside of you, right? Because we all want to live in a peaceful and beautiful existence, right? We all want that. And it's important to understand that external peace is actually an inside job. Everything comes from the inside out. So how do you start to receive intuitive guidance if this is new to you? So first thing I want to say is that there are many ways to receive intuitive guidance. However, my guides wanted me to share 3 steps with you today, or this week, to receive intuitive guidance. And so before you do that, you got to find a place that's quiet, so where you can sit undisturbed, right? But the first step in receiving intuitive guidance is to just breathe. Breathing is step number 1, okay? One of my teachers says that the breath is lubrication for the energy to move through you. And when you're receiving intuitive guidance, it's energy, right? So the breath is the lubrication to move that energy through you. And, when you close your eyes and you focus on the breath, and you just kind of, bring your awareness to your chest rising with the inhalation and falling with the exhalation, that's good enough. That's all that's required. So it's not rocket science. And focusing on your breath keeps you in your body, which is where you want to be when you're receiving that intuitive guidance, right? The second step to help you receive intuitive guidance is to just be. All right. So you want to be in the present moment. And I know this can be super infuriating for some people, because they're like, really? You want me to be in the moment, be in the present moment? But yes, and it takes practice. So when the body is still, or when you're sitting and just being still, it doesn't mean that your brain isn't active, right? Your brain has the ability to, walk through memories of the past, or thoughts of the future, or to-do lists, or whatever, there's a lot that the brain does, right? But you want to bring your energy to the present moment, which is why focusing on the breath can be so helpful to keep you in that present moment, okay? Because when you're wanting to receive intuitive guidance from, your higher self, your guardian angels, your ancestors, your star family, whoever it is, you have to be present in the vessel of your body, okay? So we want you to stay here. And when your mind wanders, which it will, I guarantee you, your mind will wander. You want to gently redirect, like a toddler. You want to gently redirect your mind to the present moment. You wouldn't yell and belittle a toddler from like walking away. You would just be like, hey, all right, we're coming back here. So that's why focusing on the breath, or being aware of the breath moving in and out of you is so helpful, okay? So it really helps to keep you in your beingness and present to the moment, all right? So the third step in receiving intuitive guidance is to ask a question and believe you will receive an answer or guidance, okay? This can be the hardest part, all right? So we've been so conditioned to look for answers outside of us. We've been so conditioned to look outward for the things that we need, when the truth is you have everything inside of you to navigate this earth journey. But we forget, right? So we forget how to access it. And so this is kind of what we're doing right now. Collectively, we're sort of remembering, through this pause in 2020 of how to be still and how to like ask questions and like dig deeper, right? So, you have to, so in believing, you have to ask the question or ask for guidance and believe that you will receive it, okay? And how you will receive it is through your intuition and through your senses, okay? So your intuition can come through many ways. It can come through emotions and how you're feeling. It can come through thoughts, random thoughts. It can come through dreams. It can come through signs. It can come through like synchronicities and hunches. All of those things are your intuition. And it's how you are receiving guidance all the time. But the question is, are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? Because when you see a sign, are you slowing down enough to like acknowledge it and believe it? Or do you just automatically dismiss it? Because we do that all the time. And once the signs are all around you, and really once you start to pay attention with all of your senses, you're like, wow, I'm getting guidance all the time in all the things and through all the ways, through all of your senses. So again, the step number 3 is to ask a question and believe that you will get the guidance, and stay open to receiving it, obviously, too. So the 3 steps today that I wanted to share with you in how to receive intuitive guidance are breathe, be, and believe. And it sounds so simple, but it can be complex if you make it complex, all right? Oftentimes, as humans, we want to make things harder than they are, and we don't need to do that, but we do. So it's simple, but it takes practice too, all right? So if this was helpful for you, these are the types of things that I'm sharing in the Sovereign Heart School. These are the things that this is just like a very small sliver of what we talk about, but this is what we dive into in the Sovereign Heart School. It's all about coming home to yourself. It's all about coming into more of your essence and going inward and remembering that you are a divine being of light inside of a human body, and that you have the capability within you to embody both the energies of the physical and the energetic realms at once. We can do that. And so it's pretty amazing, it's pretty magical, and it's pretty fun, and everybody can do it. So I invite you to join me, because 2020 was all about change and being that butterfly in the chrysalis, growing and struggling and using your new muscles to kind of help break out of the confines of the chrysalis, right? 2021 is about emerging transformed, taking flight and spreading your wings, okay? So you're gonna need a new skill set for the new earth that's coming, pretty much. And I am happy to support you with one-on-one guidance, which is what you get in the Sovereign Heart School. So please check it out. There is a link in the bio, or feel free to message me if you have some concerns or questions. We can hop on a call, or, I'm happy to talk to you more about it and see if it's a right fit for you. So we start in January and there are limited spots. So reach out if this is resonating for you and you feel like you're going to need some support through navigating that first half of 2021. Okay. So I'm here. And I just want to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. Stay in the energy of gratitude, because there's so much to be grateful for this year, even if you don't feel it. But, you know, there's a lot of growth and you're here and you're doing it. So give gratitude for yourself, if nothing else. And wishing you the best week. I will see you soon.